Hi, this is Romario with the Call the Herd podcast. Before you get to watch our latest episode, just had two quick notes. The first one is that by the time I'm releasing this episode, the Duress Fest has actually not just reached their goal, they also surpassed by a lot, which is super awesome. I'm sure it will be a great event, probably the largest pre-modern paper event uh, of next year or probably so far. Very, really looking forward to see the coverage of the event if I can't attend. But again, just want to say congrats to the guys organizing the Rest Fest. During the episode, they were still trying to get to the 100,000 goal, but no, by the time we were releasing this, they passed it, and it should be about 2 days left on the Kickstarter by the time you watch this. And the second thing is on the second half of the episode, me and Karen had a little issue with the audio and the video. So there's a point that we're talking about a Merfolk deck that if the audio and the video sound look a little funny, it's not your computer, it's not your cell phone. It's just that me and him had like an issue with our technical issue. I tried my best to fix it. I don't think I did a great job, but hopefully it doesn't look too bad. And with that being said, here's our latest episode.
Hello and welcome to Call of the Herd episode 12. My name is Curran and I am joined by...
Romario, that's me.
I'm so surprised that it's you, Romario. I thought that honestly I was introducing somebody else. So I mean, I appreciate you though, communicating that one clearly with the audience and
Yeah,
me. So, you know. Yeah, it's been a while since we recorded. I think we were just looking at the date on the video, June 14th
yeah,
or something is when we released
yeah.
it.
So what, like a little over a month and a half now, I think. If
Yeah,
I'm
approaching the 2 month point. But don't worry, we're not dead. We're still here. I
no,
promise. We've just
no,
been
no.
very busy. Romario's
Yes,
been very busy working. I've been very busy doing music and other magic things, and it's been all over the place. So
yes,
yeah.
yes. Definitely work has been kicking my butt. So if you guys listen to my other podcast, you probably heard me bitch about that and the other one too. So I'm gonna save you guys from that. But yeah, it's just been very busy. And which the downside is that means a little less magic outside of Richmond for me. But yeah, no, I kind of have to be a responsible adult sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it's. Uh, but we haven't recorded in a long time, Corin.
Yeah.
I noticed that you put the little Eddie banner behind you there now, the Iron Maiden. Yeah.
Yeah, that's newish. There's also like you can't see it really well, but that small slab right there, that's a
Mm.
that's a signed Iron Maiden trading card. Graded too. Uh it's one of my gems. I got it for my birthday this year.
What is a what okay. Um what is a signed Iron Maiden card? Is it like a trading card that they had or
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like an Iron Maiden trading card. It has their 1993 lineup on it, which is missing uh Adrian Smith from it, technically.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's signed by Nico McBrain, their drummer.
Mhm.
And Nico unfortunately doesn't play with them anymore. He
Is it
retired
is it because
last
of
year.
arthritis or something like that he
Yeah, he had some tough health issues. I think he recovered from a stroke, played one more tour
Oh,
with them, and then said, I can't keep up. Like he had to replace some of his own like techniques and stuff in the process,
mhm.
just to like make the songs sound playable, that because he couldn't play as hard as he used to post
Right.
stroke. And after the tour, he was like, it's just too much. I gotta step away, and it was
Mhm.
really sad because like now if I see it now, if an Iron Maiden show gets like posted, I'm like, it's kind of not the same. Nico was so
He was
important
an
to
essential
me.
part of the band, yeah.
Yeah. And like they replaced him with a drummer that Steve Harris has been playing with for like 20 plus years in a different band. So it's probably like the best thing that they could have done as far as a replacement, but it's still like it hurts. It sucks to see
Mhm.
it, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, Adrian Smith, that's the guy that Bruce brought with him, right? When he came back to Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
If I'm
So
getting my Iron Maiden
Adrian
history correct.
well, so Bruce and Adrian departed the band in the 90s, and then they
Uh-huh.
brought in Yannick Gers and uh Blaze Bailey to replace Bruce. And then Adrian and Bruce came back into the band about the same time to record Brave New World in the 2000
Wasn't
era.
99, I
Like
think? I think it was 99.
99
Yeah.
is probably when they recorded it, and then
Yeah.
like 2000 was release, I think.
The only reason I remember that is
Uh,
because in 2000 when I moved to the US, that's when the Rock in Rio happened
mm,
in Brazil, and that was when Brave New
yeah,
World was like the new album by Iron Maiden, and it
and
sounded
Bruce was back, and everybody
yeah,
was like so hype about it
and the album
because
was
Iron
really good
Maiden
too.
had been so boring during the
Yeah,
90s, you know. So,
yeah. The
uh,
two albums that Bruce put out, like they sounded more Iron Maiden than Iron Maiden sounded in the 90s. Like I don't know, so
the
like
Bruce Dickinson like solo stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah,
kind of did, honestly. Like I
yeah.
legit listened to one of those songs in high school and I was like, is this Iron Maiden like unreleased
Can I
like
guess which one it
secret
is?
tech stuff? Which one?
The song that you heard in high school day from one of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
two albums.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I
I bet
remember
you it
what
was
it
Tears of the
is
Dragons.
vaguely.
Oh, it
Tears
wasn't?
of the Dragons?
No, Tears of the Dragon
I
was an
don't know
Iron
if it
Maiden.
was
It was a
Tears of
Bruce
the
Dixon song from that
Dragon.
one. Oh,
It may have been. I posted about it on Facebook in like sophomore year of high school. Like I honestly don't
oh,
recall like exactly what the song was, but I could probably
okay.
go find
Yeah, that
it.
one was
But
like what was I think it was the first. No, it wasn't the first Iron Maiden song that I heard, but like I think that was the first Bruce Dixon song that I heard in a long time, like when I was younger.
mm,
And I was like, this sounds like Iron Maiden. And I looked it up. I mean, again, in the 90s, the internet wasn't like what it is nowadays. So I was like, oh, so to me, it was an Iron Maiden song. And then later I found out, I was like, oh, no, no, that was when Bruce was well, not by himself, but it was his solo stuff. So I was like, but
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh, but
Yeah.
yeah, so I was,
Could talk Iron Maiden forever, I guess.
yeah, but like I said, I've only seen them once. It was a long time ago, and it was definitely one of the better shows I've ever seen. But uh, yeah, I don't, yeah, I still listen to them from time to time. I don't know. I was really big into like that type of metal when I was younger, and then I don't know, I think
Yeah.
as I grew older, my taste for metal changed a little bit. But I still like to go back to listen to Brave New World. Actually, it's one of my favorite albums to listen to. So
It's solid from start to finish. Do love that album. So
yeah, are you are you so like I haven't been to a lot of concerts lately.
yeah.
I think the last one I went to see was fudge. I'm trying to see. I think it was it Lamb of God last year. No,
Okay.
I went to see Under Oath with my sister. That's what it was. She was really big into like the screamo type of stuff, like when she was younger. I
Mhm.
don't. Did you like that kind of sort of metal? I don't know. I guess you can call them metal, right?
Like when you say screamo, are you
Is that what people
talking
call them?
like well, so to me there are a few different types of screamo. There's like high pitched screamo, there's like low pitch, kind of like growly like type of screamo. There I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like wh- s- screamo has been used at me for many different things and I
Okay.
think it's one thing and it's another, so it's just like when you say screamo,
Okay.
what are we talking
All
about?
right. Where I don't. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna look it up because I would just call them a hardcore. Uh,
Was this band
under
Under Oath?
yeah.
Okay, Under
You
Oath.
hold on, Karen. You should know them because I know you and my sister are like
Uh,
sort of around the same age. Well, I think you're a little older than her,
I
but
mean, I've definitely heard of this band. I just don't know if I've
I guess
listened.
it's just metalcore. Yeah,
Metalcore,
they were considered
post-hardcore
screamo. I
screamo.
was right about that. All right.
Okay. So like Christian metal early, interesting.
And I don't know if I'd call them Christian metal, but But no, I mean
Uh,
they're
when it
yeah,
comes to metalcore can be extremely hit and miss. I should probably listen to some Under Earth at some point, kind of give you
they're
some
good. They're
feedback.
good.
But I will say there are like, yeah, there's some metalcore bands I could probably listen to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
Oh, I
some.
did go see the lead singer from Against Me.
Okay.
It's like a punk rock. I don't know if you ever heard them. They're a punk rock
Oh,
band.
Against Me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
of them. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I've seen the band like no, years ago, and then I was supposed to see them uh 2020. I think they're gonna come to Richmond. They're gonna play like in a small venue, but then no, COVID hit, and then they basically canceled the concert. And then Laura left the band. I think their guitarist also took a hiatus or something. I don't know. But then she decided to go on tour again, and about half of the concerts like Against Me songs, and the other half's her songs. And but she had like some really good musicians with her. Uh, so I saw that, and I'm planning on going to see the Blues Traveler. I don't know if you like.
Oh, Blues Traveler.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna play at a place that's literally 6 minutes away from my house. It's like a concert venue that's like it's in the middle of like an office park in Richmond, which is it's I don't know, it's just kind of odd the way they set up. I saw Judas Priest in the same place, by the way. And so when I saw that they're gonna play like 6 minutes away from my house, I was like, I gotta go see them. The Gin Blossoms are gonna open for them.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like 90s, early 2000s peak like alt rock, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but definitely gonna
Oh,
bring memories. Which, by the way, this is like very fitting for pre-modern because I feel like those guys are like very famous, like when pre-modern was around. So I was like, Spin Doctors the other band too. Like, no, they had that one song
well,
that.
Pre-modern's been around since 2012. I don't know if that's exactly the right time
Well,
frame,
I'm
but
saying the sets
you mean the era of the set
of
for
pre-modern,
like
yes, yeah. But and also I'm planning on going to see the Goo Goo Dolls on September 1st. So
Oh man.
yeah.
Are you gonna like sing every word to Iris when you see
Oh,
that?
hell's yeah, yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my phone and like I don't know, do funny things in the. I mean, I'm
I
staying on the
give
lawn
up
because
forever to touch you, buddy.
yeah. Actually, I'm more excited to listen to Slide. That was like one of my favorite
Slide.
songs by
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Right on.
Uh, yeah. I don't know. It's I don't know. Same place where I saw Limb of God too. I'm gonna go see the Google Dolls. Very different concerts,
I
but
I still very much need to catch Lamb of God live. I've never been able to do it. I don't know why. It's never been like a huge priority. But like
mhm.
when I listened to them a lot, like 4 or 5 years ago, I was like, why did I sleep on this band? Like they're so cool.
They're so good.
Like it feels like a very stereotypical like metal like pitch, I guess. And like maybe that's why I avoided it for so long. But like truly like a lot of their songs have very, very good like technical work. And
No, I mean
I
that's why
really
I like them is because I was never big into bands like Cannibal Corpse or something. Bands that just like trying to be as heavy as possible.
right,
That's
right,
that
right.
was never
Yeah,
my
yeah,
jam. But
yeah.
then like you put a little bit of prog in there, like I'm in. Like no Opath or Lamb of God. I was like, yep, this is
Yep.
my jam.
Yeah,
I
that's so
recently
good.
started listening to a little bit more Gojira. That's a band that I
Yes. I fucking love Gojira. Sorry for
yeah.
that word. I didn't
So
mean
they
to,
so they
but
played here
I
in
just love
Richmond.
Gojira. Yeah.
No, they played here in Richmond. Like I think it was like last year. And
Mhm.
actually, my friend Rory, that I convinced him to play pre-modern. We'll talk about this in a little bit. He was really big into Gojira, and he was like, "Hey, they're gonna play the National, which is a venue in Richmond that the same place I saw Under Oath. Uh, it's not a huge venue, but it's a good size place to go watch concerts like that. So he's like, "Oh, Gojira's gonna play there," and it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like $55, I guess, to see them like on a. And again, I'm just saying that's close to Richmond in downtown Richmond because on a Wednesday, I can drive there 10 minutes, go watch the concert, and I'm home before 12 o'clock, which is perfect, even for like, no, especially at my age, right? Uh, and apparently that was one of the songs that they recorded that Randy from Lamb of God was played with them in the studio. And if you don't know, so Lamb of God is from Richmond. So Randy apparently showed up at the venue and sang that song with them. So it was kind of cool. So they had the guy from Lamb of God come on stage and sing with
That's
them. So
insane. That
yeah, and I
sounds
missed
like
that.
such a good show. God.
Yeah, so like yeah, so my buddy really tried to convince me to go. I was like, I don't know. It's like I think it was like on a Wednesday or Thursday, and it was like, hey, you want to come? I was like, I don't know about that, but I should have gone. I
Yeah,
definitely, yeah,
sorry.
I slept. Yeah, I slept on that one. I should have definitely gone. It wasn't, but next time Gujira comes around, I'll try, which I don't know because they're from France, right? So how often are they going to come to Richmond, Virginia?
Yeah,
But
well, so it's funny. One of the funniest things I've heard this year, it comes from the music scene and Gojira specifically. So Gojira, their drummer, Mario Duplantier, or like, you know, if you read his name online, you can read it as Mario in your head. I think it's pronounced Mario.
mm-hmm,
Uh, he was having some trouble getting a passport to come play a festival here in the US.
mm-hmm,
Uh, and so they were really like panicking trying to find a drummer to fill his shoes like for the American show since he couldn't get his passport together.
mm-hmm,
Um, and they found a different drummer that's like social media. I think he's got a bit of a social media presence. He's also in some other like bands. But his name was Luigi Provente, or something like that. So
mm-hmm.
Luigi was about to fill in for Mario, you
Okay, I
know,
see what you're doing
player
there.
two's tapping in to
Yeah, yeah.
cover the US. But luckily, Mario did end up getting his passport stuff figured out, so he's going to be able to play the American shows after all
Uh
this
huh.
year. But it was like it was really close to being just like the funniest like replacement of all time. Like
Yeah,
Luigi is filling in for Mario. You
Mario.
know?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but I yeah, definitely slept on that one. I should have definitely gone to see them. I started listening more to them now. That I think I actually started listening to them after the Olympics when they had they were I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
It was
Olympic
so
opener
good.
was insane,
It was
insane.
so good. That was so good. Um,
Yeah, I've been
because
listening to Gojira since like 2011. I love that band. They're so cool.
yeah, I think someone introduced me because of the song "Flying Whales," and
Flying Whales is a class.
yeah, I mean, at first I was like, I heard it, and I was like, I don't know, like it's cool, but I was like, it didn't catch my attention. Then I heard some more of their stuff, and I was like, it's all right. But then,
What song brought you over? What song finally did it, do you think?
so, uh,
We're a metal podcast now. Sorry, everybody.
I don't remember. So, like, actually, it was my friend Rory. Actually, the one that he came. Sometimes he comes over on Saturdays, and or we'll stream like Legacy, and we'll listen to metal while I'm streaming.
Hmm.
And I think last time I think I just asked him like, hey, what's Gojira songs you listen to? And then he just kept giving me different ones. And I actually let me see. I remember there were a couple that I really liked it, but I remember the videos on YouTube, but I don't remember the name of the songs. So, oh, Born in Winter was one of them.
Oh, the
Stranded
tapping
was
bass
good.
line is so good. Stranded is great. Classic.
Silvera was very good.
Silvera has insanely, oh god, man.
Oh, those are one from the Amazonia. He told me, oh, because they're about Brazil. It was actually a good song too.
Amazonia is
Uh,
really good.
I think those are the ones. I mean, I see the other ones. Oh, L'Enfant Sauvage. I actually listened to that one too.
Oh yeah. So what about I think the song that did it for me, and it was like pretty much an immediate sell because I think it's track one on The Way of All Flesh, but Ouroboros, that song is incredible. Like
Let me
love
see.
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. Okay.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
one is a lot of fun.
I'm gonna have to try to remember that one. I should know. I'm gonna.
If you're gonna write Ouroboros down, also write down sorry, I'm forgetting the name of this song. I feel like a fake fan all of a sudden, because I've been gassing them up the entire time. Do, 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 do. Also esoteric surgery.
That I definitely haven't not heard that one.
That one rules.
Exo exoteric
Eso Esoteric surgery.
surgery. That sounds very metal too.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Ouroboros and esoteric surgery are probably some of my
also my
favorites.
dumbass. I was trying to spell esoteric with an X. It was
Yeah.
exoteric.
ESO.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got it. All right. Yeah, Born in the Wind. That's the one that I think that on the wind.
Born
I
in
think that was
Winter is so
Winter.
good.
Yeah,
It's so
that was very
good.
good.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so yeah, those are the concerts. I actually left the tab open here because I didn't want to miss it. But yeah, I'm gonna go see Blues Travelers and uh the other
Nice.
band, Everclear, came to play here in Richmond recently. But yeah, I saw them play. It was a long time ago. But they were gonna play like a botanical garden here in Richmond, which is I didn't know
Okay.
they had a venue. But I've been to the botanical garden. It's a beautiful place. But the tickets are so expensive, and I saw on their social media, like from the botanical garden, like their singer, yeah, he's also someone that's getting up there in age, and it's just not. It didn't look like a rock concert. It was a bunch of people sitting down like on lawn chairs, and uh, he was struggling to hit the notes, and I was like, okay, and it was like I don't know, $80 or whatever to see them. I was like, that's. I think I made the right decision to not to not go there. Uh, but but yeah, I'm excited for the few that I get to watch this year. Not a lot of uh famous people like are coming to Richmond this year. So but yeah, I love going to see live music, and I kind of missed this
Oh
year.
yeah.
I mean, missed last year. I didn't go as many times. So like this year, I'm trying to pretty much everyone that like I was like been wanted to see. I'm gonna go take a chance and do it. Um, when you live in Portland, you probably get way more concerts than I
Yeah.
do here. So
Yeah, apparently this Friday, there's a free concert going down at the waterfront. Hot Mulligan is playing, which is like a pretty big Midwest emo band. And it's kind of surprising that they're throwing a free show. But
Hot
it's
Mulligan,
Hot Mulligan. Yeah, I'm
mm.
sure that some people will probably perk right up to that name. But
Emo's
yeah,
not dead.
yeah, emo's not dead. And yeah, no, but for me this weekend, I have two concerts to play, not to see, to
Ah,
play. Yeah, so on Friday night, I'm playing with my string quartet band that does like covers of pop songs
uh-huh.
at a coffee shop and public house. And then on Saturday night, I'm playing at Shanghai Tunnel in downtown Portland with Bayou Brewing Co. Um, so yeah, it's going to be our first downtown Portland show actually as a band. We're really excited about it. So,
Is that like a bigger place that you guys have been playing before?
downtown Portland is just like there are a lot more people down there in general, like just going around, especially like kind of in the neighborhoods with a bunch of bars and things like that at night. So we're hoping to have like a bigger crowd because we're just in a more like concentrated people place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's exciting. It's cool. I'm a little nervous to like have to like do a bunch of running around this weekend, and then on Sunday I'm playing a Popper 2K, which is kind of crazy.
A Popper
And
2K.
probably unexpected for me, but
Well,
yeah.
what are you playing Popper?
I was sorry. What?
I said, what are you playing Popper?
I'm gonna give you a chance to guess. You get one
Elves.
shot at this. Oh my god, you figured it out. Congratulations.
Is that a good deck in Popper?
Yeah, it's really good. It doesn't play the way it used to. So back in the day when I played Popper, it was like blue green with like uh the melody card that draws you a card for each creature of this creature type you control. Distant melody. I think
Okay.
is what it was called. Nowadays, the deck is way different. It's mono green, and it uses like Timberwatch Elf, Priest of Titania, Llanowar Elves, like that kind of baseline stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
again.
and Priest of Titania is a common now, which is crazy. Um,
Oh, that's right. I do remember when that card
but
was.
it wins with Nyxborn Hydra, or the common card that gives initiative, Avenging Hunter. Or it wins with Timberwatch Elf, which I mentioned already.
Is the one that when it comes to play, uh, and it deals damage equal to the number of elves you control. Is that something you can play?
No, that's not one that's in there. Elf should be somewhat represent. Yeah, it's right there. It's
Which,
to the left below Blue Terror.
oh, sorry. I not used to that art for. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
you
now.
play. Oh, this one is a little weird. I play a mono
Okay.
green version.
Okay.
That yeah, I don't play that. That's weird.
You're like, this is terrible. Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's terrible. It's just
Oh,
weird
there's
to
a mono
me.
green
I
here.
I haven't been playing the format long enough to be a like proper authority on what's good and bad. I'm
Is it
still
like
trying
something
to
like
kind
this?
of figure it out. This is much closer to what I'm playing. Yes. I think the only difference is I'm playing for Timberwatch Elf and maybe like one less land or something. Oh, I'm not playing for Sagu Wildling. I play two of those, so that's
I don't even
that's
know what the card
difference.
does. Oh,
It's
so it's
either
like
a
for.
ramp spell or it's just like a big dragon that gains you some life.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Ah,
Yeah, you play for Generous. Generous Hand is so good. Like Generous Hand is disgusting. Stud. Like it's
okay.
either it is how you find your lands or you're just like slamming it and winning with it. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't. All right. Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm just
that's what
I'm
I'm
not.
playing in Pauper. I'm playing that. I'm playing a 2K, an 82 player 2K. Like it filled up. It's
82
at my
players.
boarding house. Yeah, 82 players on Sunday.
Wow. Card for each permanent you control of that type. Okay.
Yeah, I used to play the blue green like Distant Melody back in like 2015, 2016. Like Lissalana Huntmaster was still played back in the day, some other
Uh-huh.
stuff. This is a interesting list. I don't even know what I'm looking at right
That's not
now.
even an elf.
This is a very interesting Simic Elves list. I like whatever they're doing. I think it's cool that and they even have a Lissalana Huntmaster. Oh my god, dude, they're OG, bro. They're OG.
Oh, that's in Brazil too. I just realized that.
They're OG as hell. Love that.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna play that on Sunday.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Spywall deck, but I think Elves is just what I want to do. I also have to whiteboarder like fucking 41 cards to get it done, but I'll get
You
it
have
done.
to whiteboard them before you play.
I mean, some of them are already whiteboarders. It's gonna be awkward. Like the priests
Yeah,
are
okay.
already whiteboarded. They'll
Oh my gosh. You
like,
desecrated Priest of Titania like that.
buddy, I desecrated much worse things like foreign blackboarded Llanowar elves and foreign blackboarded Sylvan Library. If you recall correctly.
The
I
Sylvan
think that Sylvan
Libraries.
Library it broke your heart, broke your
Yes,
heart.
I would send you like the fourth edition ones I have for that one, but it's done. It's whatever.
It's done. It looks
I'm not gonna think
beautiful.
about it.
It's got the legend symbol. Can't
I know.
replicate that.
Well, I could just give you a fourth edition one that's already whiteboarded. You don't have to do anything.
But it wouldn't have the symbol, Romario. It just
That
wouldn't
is true.
be the
That is true.
same.
I guess. Oh, but well, that's cool. You get to play elves in Pauper too, I guess. And
Yeah, it's fun. It definitely exists.
yeah. Um.
Do you think we
Yeah.
should talk about pre-modern now that we're like
Yeah.
nearly
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
into
was gonna
that?
say because no, actually, when you talk about Pauper, just remember because the same store that we used to play Pauper here also used to run Pre-Modern, and then
Uh,
eventually I just had some flashbacks of playing Pauper. Then like I just remember the game's taking freaking forever, and not because players are slow, just because that's how the format usually turned out to. Because it wasn't just me, I realized that everyone was taking too long. So I was like, all right, well, it's not me, it's not my opponent. It's just how everyone is.
it is a long format. Like, yeah, those games last forever sometimes. It's kind
Yeah,
of brutal. I
yeah,
I like to try to end the game quickly with trample. Hopefully. We'll see.
yeah. But cool. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Primata, I guess. It's been like a
It's been a
but
bit.
yeah. But yeah. So the first topic we had today. So Duress Fest, right? So Duress Fest, essentially, it's now the North American Primata Championship, right? I think they.
Kind of the home for it, yeah. They're
I
taking
mean,
up the mantle because of like giant lobster con showings, you know?
hmm yeah. I was kind of hesitant to say they replaced LobsterCon, but I think that's kind of what it is, right? Because they took over the reins of LobsterCon Primata last year or the year before. I'm sorry, and they did an amazing job. I thought the coverage that they did was, I don't know. I think I mentioned already in the podcast here, but like I think they did a better job than like pretty much every other, I don't know, TO that I see covering events nowadays. Like, um, and I don't know too much about the organization of the event because I wasn't there, but I only heard good things. Um, the commentary, all that stuff was like no, really good quality. So and then, like you probably heard it last year, or I'm sorry, last LobsterCon, it sold what in about a minute and a half. I think that's what they said. So
Yeah,
a lot of
90,
people,
87 seconds, something like that.
yeah. So a lot of people like weren't able to uh, participate, not because they didn't want to, it's just because they couldn't get a ticket to enter the event, and they were uh, limited to the number of people they could have in the event because of the size of the venue that they were hosting. So yeah, the guys from the Duress crew, they current what is how can you describe it? So they started a Kickstarter to host a
Mhm.
much larger event next year. As you can see here, and you can help.
Right.
There's different ways you can help. You can uh, I think the stamped card, if I'm not mistaken, because they've already been like some other podcast explaining the whole thing. And from what I understand, the
Mhm.
25 pledge, you get a SIM card, but they were talking about like you might get more stuff apparently. Those are for people like no, you can't go to the event, but you still want to help. So that's what this is.
Yeah.
And then you can also no pledge 135 $135, and that one you get a stamp card. So I think the way it works, like right, you get this benefit plus the lower tier ones, right? Uh,
Right. Yeah. So it'll include the stamp cards that you could get at the $25 level, but you also get an entry to the event that is held next year.
right, and then the highest tier is the $250, and you get the baseball jersey, the entry fee, and the stamped card, right? And I think that's what you got.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm one of those 34 backers listed there personally. I have a lot of love for the Duress crew. Waffle is a friend of mine who has been on this podcast before. Aiden Johnson. Check it out, that episode if you haven't watched it. But yeah, it was a pretty easy sale. Like for me, I'm happy to donate some extra money, and I get a cool like looking like apparel thing out of the deal. Why not? It's gonna be a pretty easy sale for me. And then I thought there were some other tiers as well that you could like buy your friends entries or like get your crew like supported or something like that. I think there are a few more
Yes,
tiers here.
I did hear
Uh,
about that.
yeah, I don't know where they
Um,
are. They're not listed in this list right now. So
no, I do remember when they were on the pre-modcast. I
yeah,
think they mentioned something about the crews. Like, yeah, if your crew is because in pre-mod there's a lot of that, right? People like have their local crews that um you could put like a stamp on a map or something. But
yeah, that like gets shown at the event and everything like
mhm,
that. And yeah, no, it's really cool what they're doing. They're trying to raise a big amount of money because they need a huge space. They need, staffing,
mhm,
facilities, everything like that. I understand like the kind of scale they're going for, especially with the demand that like LobsterCon throws down. 87 seconds selling out like that many tickets is actually insane. And people like being
yeah,
frustrated that they didn't get tickets like on the same day, that
yeah,
demand is insane. And so it's a lofty project and it looks like they're almost there. Like I assume that this event is going down at this point. Like and that like they will either eat the remainder of their budget or they'll find a way to fill it out. Like I think that it's gonna be amazing. I will be there. I'm gonna like block it out and make it. So
yeah. Yeah, a few details. So like, no, it looks like they're trying to reach by August 18th. So that's 8 more days from the time of this recording.
yep.
And I don't think they have a date yet for the actual event. But no, it'll be in 2027. And I mean, from looking at the time of delivery of from the no the pledges, looks like May. Uh, but
Yeah,
yeah,
May-ish, something like that. Hopefully.
yeah, from what I understand, they were saying that Kickstarter obviously takes a cut of the final donation goal there. So it's like, uh, and it's in Boston, so I'm sure. I think they actually mentioned the numbers, but I might be mistaken. So I don't want to just guess here. But it's Boston. I'm sure renting a venue this large that can provide a good space for people to play is probably very expensive.
Yeah.
And then you have all the staff that you
Uh,
mentioned, like judges and the people they're gonna have for coverage, all the equipment and all the stuff. So and yeah, so I understand it's a very expensive let's say project, I guess, or event for you to organize. But I mean, they're a very capable group of guys. So
yeah.
I have faith that if they get to the goal, they're gonna obviously put up like a good event for everyone that signed up.
I'm sure it's gonna be like amazing. Like, I
Hmm.
don't know, like, I put a lot of stock into those guys, like, watching their events, watching how much care they put into previous lobster cons and then also their monthlies and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I have big hopes and I can't wait to be a part of it. I can't wait to
No.
be in the crowd of people competing. So we'll see.
Yeah. So before we started recording, I was like, I don't know if I can go. I was thinking about just pledging $25
The
there, so like I can
25.
just like,
Yeah.
well, it's like no, I can throw my help there in the proverbial hat, I guess. But since it's in May of next year, I mean, I'm not saying for sure, but if since it's like next year, I'm definitely gonna
Into the early
price
summer.
it out, see like how much my Airbnb would cost and all that stuff, and then because like I mentioned in the past, like going to Boston, like for some reason, is just very expensive for me. Like, no, to stay there, like, and to get there too, because Boston is just like to me driving to an event in the past like 10 hours was kind of like my cutoff line. Like, I think the farthest I
Yeah.
drove was I did drive to GP Providence, but it was like years ago. I was a lot younger, a lot less responsibilities, and we were able to. Well, long story short, we were able to like basically borrow a car from a dealership. So it didn't really. I don't know. It was very convenient. Uh, but after that, I think I haven't really driven like no too far, like no 7 hours, 8 hours, being like kind of like the most I've drove. But Boston is just like I think Boston might be like around like 14 hours for me. Uh, so there's that, and then also staying in Boston is not cheap. So that's the other thing. So, but it's next year, so there's a lot of time for me to make
Listen,
plans, I
we
guess.
can make the Call of the Herd House Airbnb happen. Like, you and I can make this work out, Romario.
Okay,
We'll room together. We'll show up together. Everybody will be like, "It's the Call of the Herd," and we'll be like, "That's us."
okay,
So many people will know us by that point. We'll be so popular.
sure. All right, what I should do? Maybe I should just pay for the ticket and then figure out the rest. Right? Is that how
Yeah,
people
yeah,
should do?
yeah, yeah. Maybe we get sponsored. Hell, who knows?
Okay. All right. You know what? Maybe I should
I
do
mean,
that.
to be fair, I set up the 350 pledge and everything. They can actually take your payment in fractions as well. You don't have to put it all up at once whenever they like go to charge you.
Uh huh.
I have it set up over 3 payments that are going to come out over the next like month and a half, essentially.
Okay.
So that is a cool little feature that this place does offer. But I do see that they are going to charge relatively shortly after the ending of the backing. So just be ready
Right.
for that if you are pledging. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be an incredible event. I think it's absolutely worth backing if you're not familiar with it and are interested in playing it. And if you're local to the Boston area, check out the Duress Brew in general, please. They are amazing. They host amazing events. I'm sure you already know about
Hmm.
them. But always got to be spreading the word for the boys out there. So,
Yeah.
or the people out there.
Yeah. Like I said, they were because I like to listen to pretty much every legacy and pre-modern podcast, and then they were in the pre-modcast, their own podcast to the hardcast, and they gave all the details. So I'm sure maybe I'm missing something here, but I'm pretty sure those are the two that I remember listening that I got all the information that I need to
Yeah.
know about the event. So
And there's
and
a
if you
ton of information on the page itself too. You can
right.
always read about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave the link on the show notes here on the show notes and the YouTube info show notes. People know what I'm talking about. But if for some reason you're I don't know can't find it, if you type Duress Fest in Google, you'll find it. It's like one of the first hits. You'll find the Kickstarter.
Sick.
And like I said, I think I might just do that. I'm just gonna sign up for it and then I'll figure out later. And if I don't go, at least I help the cause, which is it's a it is
It's
a
a good cause.
it's also a charity event too. So I feel like if my money's not going for me playing Magic, at least it'll go for like a charity. So it's
Exactly.
not,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, again, the time this recording, we already saw like this thing go up a little bit. So hopefully
Yeah,
they'll
we
reach their goal.
actively watched it go up like while we were talking about the pre-recording notes and everything. So
Yeah.
pretty fun.
So hopefully they'll get to their goal before August 18th. But yeah, so again, we haven't talked in a long time, and I think I mentioned last time that I was gonna play Pre-Modern in paper here in
Yeah,
Richmond.
in paper. Like
I
you
know.
never get the opportunity. That's so exciting.
It was pretty exciting. Yeah, because I had two events that I was thinking about going to. One was the DMV Legacy League that took place in DC, and then on Sunday they had a team event. There was a Legacy. Well, it was Legacy Pre-Modern. I can't remember I guess it was it a Pauper? I think it was Pauper, the other format. But it turned out it was just like a 4-round event thing, and I was busy on Saturday, so I couldn't go for both days. Boston, Baltimore, the other big city is started with a B. Baltimore is not too far from me, but it wouldn't make sense for me to go there just for Sunday to play a 4-round event. So I'm not going. But I did have a local event. The one of the stores here in Richmond, they host Legacy once a month. We've been now asking them, hey, can you guys host Pre-Modern? And Dakota, the person that I think he's a store owner, he also decides like the events that they host there. He was kind enough to reach to us like in the Discord, and he was like, hey, he kind of gave us a few options for when to host Pre-Modern, and we're like, well, can we just do like right after Legacy, one of the events, one of the days that you host Legacy? He was like, oh, okay, we can do that. So that day, I end up getting. So I've been coaching soccer now for my kids' team on Saturdays, and it turned out
Right.
that one weekend they had to change the date. Uh, I can't remember what it was, but they changed the time, so I wasn't able to play Legacy, but I made just in time for Pre-Modern. So I brought this deck with me. I posted it's one of my videos that I posted on YouTube recently. I really like the deck. I don't know if you ran into this current. It's also pretty good against like little creature decks. And someone on YouTube kind of mentioned that it's kind of like the solution, but like green red solution. So the deck runs basically 6 copies of Naturalize in the main deck. So you get
Right.
2 Hull Breaches and then 4 Naturalize in the main deck. There are 4 copies of Sylvan Library, but then there's also like 4 copies of Earthquake and 4 copies of Pyroclasm.
Jeez.
Yes. So I really like the comparison. Actually, someone I can't remember who was it mentioned this. I'm like, oh, it's kind of like the solution, but like green red. I was like, yeah, because it's like a very meta deck, right? Uh, which
Right.
so if you go to your local event, this might go really well or really badly because like this is kind of like tuned for the online meta, I guess. You're not
I
cold to
think
like.
this would do terrible at a Portland event for what that's worth.
You
Like,
think
I
so?
think this deck would go so badly. Like, I feel like a lot of our players really like the Brewosphere and like also like kind of just like playing like their games out and like playing kind of mid-range controlling strategies and things like that. And like
Mhm.
I don't know if this deck would like
No,
cut
that's
it
fair, and that's
in the
fair.
Portland meta.
I ended up sleeving it up because I don't know, I wanted to play something mid range, but I've played the Rock before, uh, at one of my locals. So I was like, I just want to play something different, right? And it's like, so I was, I don't know, I like Blastoderm as a card that I don't know, in that kind of mono green, like mid range decks. It's just a card that I like to run, and I really like Sylvan Library in this format too. I've been jamming for Sylvan Libraries pretty much in every green deck that I can. So I was like, all right, well, let's play this, and it turned out it was all right. We had 6 people show up, and I was telling Karen before the event. I mean, before I started recording, 2 people like drove like over an hour and a half to come play in Richmond. we're basically like starving for like no paper pre-modern events. So the demand is out there. And I'm just mentioning this because if you're listening and you're in an area that doesn't really have no, if there is interest for playing pre-modern, but there's just no events, it's not too hard for you to just kickstart something. And I'm really hoping for the next one that we have in Richmond to have like no, I think 8, 10 people is kind of like the sweet spot for local events. Obviously, if you get more, it's just no great. But I think when you get like 12, 14 players, and you kind of have to like figure out like a whole day for you to play just pre-modern. Like right now with 6, 8, 10 players, we can do the same thing we just did last time. We can just do like the 3 rounds we play of Legacy and just because there's a big overlap between people that play Legacy and pre-modern, so it's just easier to organize like that. But I'm just hoping next time we get a couple more people. So we had someone playing. I think one was someone was playing like Psychotog. We had someone playing Mono Blue, like the Brain Freeze Storm deck.
Oh, okay.
And then there was another guy that was running a black and white control deck. They had some kind of elements of like pit rack type of deal. I actually lost one of the games because of the rack. And then my friend David was also running a green white, sort of like the Mad Dog deck that people have been playing with a Patrol Hound. I think is the name of the card. Is it Patrol Hound? Is that what it's called? The white creature that.
Yeah, it's Patrol Hound. Yeah, green white Mad Dogs. Yeah, that deck's been
Okay, yeah,
also
this one. Yeah,
used to play in the Portland meta.
yeah, it's sort of like that David was playing. He had like a lot of enchantments to put on his creatures. And then my friend Rory, that I convinced him to play Premodern, I handed him Dreadnought. Because I figure like coming from Legacy, I feel like that'll be kind of like an easy one to play. Not surprising, he ended up going 3-0. That was his first time playing Premodern, but of course I did give him like the spikiest of the decks.
The best
I lost to him like in the last round. We did 3 rounds when I was 6 players. But yeah, I had a good time. I think the game I played against Sakatog was like probably one of the coolest ones I played in Primata in a long time. It was really like the battle of like the blue counter magic deck versus a mid range deck. Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this deck. Blastoderm is really cool against decks that are trying to point removal spell your creatures. Also, Blastoderm, it's kind of embarrassing to mention this now, but I didn't notice Blastoderm was a beast until I had Blastoderm and Bailoff in the same deck. I was like,
Oh,
so before it dies, I
geez.
actually get to gain 4 life before it just disappears. But yeah, and like I said, the deck was really cool. The only thing I was gonna say, if you're planning on playing this like at a local event, you might want to make some changes. There are obviously 6 copies of Naturalize. If your meta is all, I don't know, goblins, for instance, you're going to end up with a bunch of dead cards in your hand. There are no brainstorms in this format that you can just shuffle away the bad cards. So, but other than that, I think the deck was, it looked really cool. And Shivan Oasis, another card that I didn't know existed. I thought maybe you could swap this for Carpuzan Force, just in case if you want to But you do take a lot of damage from Earthquake and Sylvan Libraries, so maybe that's why the Shivan Oasis is a little better. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Hopefully next month we get a couple more players.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, at least 8. I'm sure.
Yeah, we had 2 players that are gonna play. They were playing Legacy, but I think was just because I think they weren't aware of the scheduling the way that the shop did it. They thought the Legacy was going to start like an hour earlier. I don't know, but we should definitely get more people next time. And again, it's not out of the possibility that they just schedule a different date for just pre-modern, so we can have more people show up, like from other places and stuff.
Right.
There's a city called Charlottesville that's not too far from Richmond. It's like about an hour. And I went to play pre-modern there a few times in the past, and a lot of their players are in our local Discord, and they were like, "Oh, if you guys schedule something, we'll come play there too." Because I don't know how to describe it, but the highway that connects Richmond to Charlottesville is never busy, so it's like it's very convenient for them to drive down here. And it's convenient for us to drive up there too. So it's like, so like I said, people like drove like an hour and a half to come play a 6 people event at a shop like that had no pricing whatsoever, basically just like some booster packs. So the demand to play pre-modern is out there. Like people do want to play the
The
format. So
pre-modern,
just
yeah, the pre-modern demand is high, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So but yeah, I was
Very
just
cool.
happy to play pre-modern locally again, and crossing my fingers that we'll do it again next month. So
I'm hoping for you, man. Like paper pre-modern is definitely the best way. Like I have not played any. I know you do a lot of like you know create content creation and moto playing and everything like that. I don't
mhm,
play the format online ever. Like I think I made that mistake with Legacy. I think it
mhm,
really kind of burned me out a lot. And I just I want to keep pre-modern enjoyable, and I want to keep going and like having a good time versus trying to dissect like I don't know the format and like jam matches over and over and then start to make like a bunch of changes based on anecdotal evidence and things like
mhm,
that. It's just it's kind of a really I don't know. It's like it's a pattern I've done before. It's a pattern. It's a road I've gone down. I've been the tank deep many times with Legacy Elves trying to find the perfect build and things like that. And with pre-modern, it's just nice to go out and play paper and have a good time. I
mhm.
try to go out like once every other week at least if I'm not playing, and I'm trying to go to every monthly and quarterly possible and everything like that. And I feel like it keeps the format enjoyable for me to not go ham trying to dissect it and grind it online. So
No, yeah, that is. I I know, I understand what you're saying, and that's the way I still try to see pre-modern. Magic Online, and it's mostly because I have a DB account. I just get to try
yeah,
different things. That's what
no,
that's
yeah,
the
the
aspect.
DB account is sick for that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I I don't think I ever play pre-modern on my personal account, and one of the reasons is the same reason you just mentioned. Because if I start joining leagues and just play pre-modern as a quote unquote competitive format, then yeah, definitely is gonna lose the uh whatever
the
the it's not
whimsy,
as yes,
the yeah, like the good
whatever attracts
vibes,
you to the format. Yes. Yeah. So like, and then
um,
my DB account is more like, okay, I'm gonna try to play this deck because it looks interesting and fun. And if it doesn't work out, that's good. If it does work out, cool. And it doesn't, and
but even from a DB perspective, you're not going into challenges and like grinding and trying to optimize every single thing. You're taking decks that look interesting into a league and you're like trying it out and seeing how it plays in a match and like getting a sense of it and everything like that. I think what you're doing is like really cool and stuff. I wish you could do it more in paper. Obviously, paper
yeah,
is the ideal setting, but like uh, no, at least like, you're doing it in a way that you're still kind of enjoying yourself as you create this content. So
right, yeah, yeah. Because if it's, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I don't put out a bunch of videos, because if I'm not happy with what I'm playing, like I don't want to record it. But obviously, and maybe I think at one point you should probably talk to him. Like Neil Mushroom, for instance. Like I used to
yeah,
love watching his paper. Uh, I don't call, I guess, play like
yeah,
when they
like
used
the
to,
streams or like the YouTube videos, I guess, right?
yeah, they used to play matches like but in paper. But
Yeah,
he's got a great setup, right? He's got like the cameras like no pointing to both players. He's got microphones on both players. He's got the camera that has no
yeah,
glare.
his setup is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I could do that, then I would definitely do more paper content. But as it turns out, I don't have that space to do all that. And so Magic Online is the second best option for that, because you're able to record uh matches pretty much at any time, and everyone can see what's going on. And I'm always
yeah.
very, very careful, like in trying to put the best pre-modern art every time I record my videos too. So yeah.
Neon Mushroom really nailed what I tried to go for a couple years ago with a project called the Eternal Kitchen, where
Hmm.
I had a bunch of like Portland Legacy players come to my apartment and play matches for like content creation purposes and kind of like be a point of, oh yeah, like this is kind of like how legacy games can go, and like these are specialists playing their like favorite decks, but also like flexing onto other decks and giving kind of their perspectives and things like that. Um, we ran for a little while out of just this place right here, my
Yeah,
apartment.
I remember watching you guys. Yeah,
Yeah, and that ran for like, I don't know, maybe a year or something, and then I finally shut it down because like I was having a hard time like getting enough players to come here and play games and
hmm
um everything like that on the assigned streaming day. But it was a good little project for a while. It was cool to like put out the content, but Neon Mushrooms like paper setup was way more advanced than ours. Like
yeah,
we had like the camera over the table, and like we had another camera pointed at the couch with like commentators
yeah.
kind
I
of
remember
like
that.
on the
Yeah,
match, and we called it the Eternal Kitchen because my kitchen is literally in the background. This apartment is tiny, and like um
yeah,
it was a good vibe. But Neon Mushroom just
yeah,
nails like the perfect picture of what I wanted for the Eternal Kitchen. Like he put so much more effort in than I did.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, I mean, ideally, that's what I like to have. Like, no, if I was going to do paper content, like it has to be something that is easily identifiable. Like the cards, like no, it can't have any glare. Like no, audio has to sound good. Otherwise, it's just not interesting to watch, right? Um,
right, exactly. And
but
I don't know, the Eternal Kitchen I feel like met like the bare minimal standards for viewing. Like
I mean, I
it
like how you guys had
definitely
the
could have been better.
commentators like camera.
Yeah,
'Cause
kind of right. Yeah,
yeah, I remember watching like Parker playing there. Like, was it a Sage? I remember seeing him playing two Storms sometimes. Like, actually, I think it was
yeah,
like Pair of Dice Lost. I think it was like came out. Like, I think that's around the time that he was playing Storm on
yeah.
y'all's stream.
We had Sean, aka the Shallow Grave, often
Oh, that's right.
on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we had quite the set of player. And then Kulu Limpa, aka Mike,
Oh, Mike.
Mono Red, uh expert who doesn't like Legacy anymore for some reason. Uh,
Well, a lot of people. Well, the car is going today, so there's that.
but
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So just real quick before we go to your Portland Quarterly,
Yeah.
I realized that again we haven't
You
talked
didn't
since.
cover Rebel Explosions at all. Yeah. What is this
No,
deck?
so this one I was so this was the deck that to be honest, this is the deck that I really wanted to take to my paper events. I mean, it was kind of close. The green red deck was also kind of fun too. But so this one, I posted a video on my YouTube. So uh, I was, I think Neo Mushroom posted too. It was completely unrelated. I think after I posted my video, I saw that he had posted because, and I think I saw someone else mention this deck on Twitter. So do you remember Michael Majors from the old Star City Games days? Like, no,
Yeah.
he was
Michael
like,
Majors. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
so I'm pretty sure it was him. There was an event that took place in Atlanta or in a Atlanta area. Uh, that he, oh man, it's been so long now that I don't remember if he won the event or if he just top aided. But he was playing this list. I didn't even know Michael Majors played pre-modern. Maybe it was just a one thing,
That's cool.
but he
Like,
also played like a
yeah.
different deck too. It wasn't just like no, it wasn't Dreadnought or Goblins or something that was already pre-established. So this was I hate them Mox Field for me to actually change the art. I have to like do one by one. But anyways,
Uh,
so it was it's a red white. I mean, it's mostly like a mono white version of Rebels. So uh, so you got Lindsay, which of course, now if you're playing Rebels, you should play her. And then there's like Mother Runes. This one apparently was a mistake. The person that posted the results actually went on my YouTube channel and mentioned that apparently they swapped them. So instead of the pro black guy, you're supposed to have the pro red guy in the main deck. I'm sorry, the thermal
oh,
guy, thermal glider. Uh,
oh,
so
that's
thermal glider
supposed to be okay.
instead of
Gotcha.
Nightwind glider. They're the same card except one is pro black, the other one's pro red.
Wait,
Uh,
so in the sideboard, then is that also an error? Should it be two thermal glider or should it be one and one?
I I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe we should
I'm
message the person
very
back
curious about that. Like,
because I don't think
that's
you're gonna run
very
two Nightwind
interesting.
gliders in the sideboard, right? That seems. I mean,
Well, no, I
maybe.
don't think.
Oh,
Well, I think running two thermal glider in the sideboard makes sense, right? Like if it was supposed if the error that this person is speaking to is true, every instance of Nightwing glider in this list should be thermal glider. In which case, it should be one main deck and two sideboard, right? But now I'm
well,
wondering, is it supposed to be a thermal glider main deck and then a 1-1 split in the sideboard?
that's
Is
the thing.
that
So
intentional?
the pro
Because they
black.
typed that, obviously.
No, but even if that's regardless of the mistake, right? The Nightwind glider had the text. Moneyball Black is a deck out there.
It is a
Uh,
deck, yeah,
obviously,
100%.
Night Glider gets hit by things like no Curse Scroll, whatever, or Diabolic Edict, whatever. But
Yeah,
it blocks Hypnotic Spectre really well. Uh,
right.
so I'm not sure if the card is just not good at all.
I
It should just be
this is
Thermal Glider.
I feel like you're just adding validity to my question. It's like if
Yeah.
that Nightwing glider in the main deck is supposed to be a thermal glider,
Mm-hmm.
is the sideboard? We obviously acknowledged thermal glider typing the sideboard, so why wouldn't we type two thermal glider? Is that 1-1 split in the sideboard intentional?
Okay. I see. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to contact the person maybe if before. Well, I don't have to contact them,
So
but I guess I could just.
curious about that. So curious about that.
Also, it's kind of like one of those things. Like if you're gonna play your local event, I feel like. I mean, it's possible that both of them are good, but I feel like in paper the presence of red is like usually very predominant, right? Like I think Sly and Goblins are usually decks that people like to play. Uh, I feel like generally speaking, Thermal Glider is just better than Nightwind Glider, but um, and it was funny because actually on the video that I recorded, again, it was about a month ago now, but I still remember this. There was a match that I was like, oh, I wonder if I can lock my opponent out with Thermal Glider plus Warship. And it happened. I had Thermal Glider, and then I think I drew a Enlightening Tutor and Lightning Tutor for Warship, and I think they're playing Goblins. And it's possible that they had a what's the name of the card? Anarchy or Naturalize in the deck, but I just never drew it. So that bought me enough time for me to win the game. But anyways, so Rebels deck, Remotion Lieutenant, Remotion Sergeant, Whip Quarter. Whip Quarter was like MVP in this deck, like I think the leagues that I played. Also, version actually had 4 copies of Tide, which was really, really good too in this deck. And the reason why Tide was good in this deck is because this list is running 3 Scroll Wreck. So it kind of gives you a Sensei Divine top, brainstorm kind of feel, like, like put cards in your hand, put them back, shuffle your deck. No. It was very good. And since we're running 2 Enlightening Tutors, Finding Furnace or the Scroll Rack or Salva's Web, pretty easy. But also, one of the reasons to have Enlightening Tutor is because this deck is running the Erratic Explosion Draco combo. And there were a lot of games that I won because I had Erratic Explosion, and you just do Enlightening Tutor for Draco on top of your deck, and you usually win the game. If you don't know how the combo works, you review cards from the top of your deck until you review a non-land card, and then Erratic Explosion deals that damage to. I'm sorry, is it just a player or
Player, creature or player,
or creature or player? Okay, some of the cards from that area sometimes they just say one thing, so this one's creature or player.
You target the player with this card. Just say.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you're gonna target any creatures, but
typically,
but yeah, you target your opponent, it deals 16 damage. So you do have to find a way to deal the other 4 points of damage to your opponent. No.
this is how Fantastic Car players have to cope after seeing the card banned out of their formats. How are you going to deal 16 damage directly now? Go play Pre-Modern and Erratic Explosion.
With Draco.
Draco will do.
Yeah. Is there anything that costs more in Magic than Draco?
Sponsire Vulama. No, it just costs a lot.
Because something is Emrakul, but Emrakul is 15.
Sponsire Vulama, right? Sponsire is not 20 drop. No, it's like
I don't think so.
It's something else.
Is Draco? Hold on, let me see. I know in Pre-Modern Draco is by far. highest. Oops, I don't know how to spell that.
You almost had it.
Yeah, it looks like Draco. Yeah, 16 mana.
No, don't look at the AI overview. Go to the gatherer, please.
Oh,
I'm
Gather will
being
be like
intimidated.
harder.
It's Draco. It's
Yeah,
Draco.
so is Draco. And then next one is Auto. I don't even know what this one is. But yeah, so you somehow put Drake on top of your deck. You got Scroll Wreck or Enlightening Tutor, and then you cast Red Explosion, and you 16 your opponent, and hopefully they have less than 16 points of life, and you win the game after that.
Yeah.
So I believe I went. No spoiler, but I did well in the league, so just go watch it.
I I gotta I just like, how do you get the idea to mix Rebels and Draco? Like, I understand that Enlightened Tutor bridges
Yeah,
a lot of gaps there, but like, it's kind of crazy, like, just looking at it and being like, nobody would have had the organic thought to like meld Draco Blast with Rebels, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. That's just kind of an interesting thought.
That's what
I
happens when you
wonder
have
how
good
you got
players start working on decks in pre-modern.
it. I guess
The
so.
sideboard needed a little bit of help, I think. I'll probably have to play the deck again, but I did like see like a few holes. And again, it might be because
You can't even determine if you had the right glider output. Like at this point,
I don't even know if I have the right 2/1 flyer. Yeah,
do you have the right guy
that's
in there?
true. Yeah, but he had an Aura Silence, a Cyclo Protection Red, Disenchant, Earthquake. Earthquake I thought was a little odd in this deck too. And then of course a Nightwind Glider, the 4 Rabs, and then the Thermal Glider, Thermal Script, Salva's Web, Warmth, Warship. So all the things you can find with Lightning Tutor make sense.
I
Obviously.
love that. Yeah, the one of Enlightened Tutor package is just like so
Yeah,
good.
the Warship was just great. I
Yeah,
do remember
I'm
that.
sure Warship was great. Warship is usually just like so backbreaking. Like I was playing 2 in the sideboard of the Slivers deck. Like it's just like
Mm-hmm.
when it's good, it's good.
Yeah, if you got was that the Crystalline Sliver? Yeah, that's a good luck.
Night,
uh,
night.
and also Lightning Tutor for Salva's Web, pretty fucking good too, a lot of times. So, uh, and if I also as a side note, I think the same event, Saul Malka was playing the same event too. The
Oh yeah,
rock
yeah, yeah,
person,
yeah, yeah, yeah. The rock.
but I think he was playing Dreadnought, if I don't if I recall correctly. But I mean, it just like I thought it was cool to see like old pros like getting playing Primata too. Which I mean, then we get things like this. We get Draco Explosion in Rebels. Like I said, I don't think I could ever come up with a list like this or even come up with this kind of mixture, which made me want to like put a Radic Explosion Draco in pretty much every deck that I can fit this combo. But I don't know if I don't know if that's just me being hopeful. But uh, but yeah, those are the deck I played. I end up getting the cards for this deck just a little too late for me to play in paper. Uh, but yeah, also highly recommend for anybody that wants to play something different. This is really fun. I really need an excuse to pick up some Lin Sieves in paper. And again, not very expensive, just $1 each. But I really want to buy this card. And and like I mentioned, Whip Quarter was MVP. I didn't know this card was a Rebel. Really good at
Yeah,
tapping.
Whipcorder is a badass.
It's really good at tapping Phyrex and
Whipcorder
Dreadnoughts.
whips, dude.
It does
Whipcorder
whips.
whips, dude.
And Lin Sieve has a second line of text that people forget that you can pay 3 mana, you can put a rebel from your graveyard back into your deck. Uh, if I tell you how many times Ripcord just came back from the deck again and again and again, yeah. Anyways, deck's a ton of fun. If you're
It looks
if you're
great. Like it looks like a lot of fun. Yeah.
yeah, if you're a fan of decks that are different but also powerful that can just win out of nowhere, I highly recommend this one. But yeah, that's kind of like what I've been up to. I mean, trying to brew some other decks, but so far have kind of like hit a wall. But I should have a new video by sometime the end of this week. Some more pre-modern. And Curran, you want to talk about your quarterly event?
Yeah, I do. I do. I have to grab one thing real quick from the
Okay,
quarter.
Yeah, this
What's up?
is great content here. Karan's just gonna tell us that he needs to grab something. It's almost like I'm streaming now. Like I'm entertaining chat. Uh, Also, I'm gonna take the opportunity since Karan is not here yet. If you would like take the time, also of course to hit the follow button on the YouTube channel, but also on Moxfield. It just kind of helps me kind of keep track of people. Like actually look at the deck lists that I post. Um, it's not there's no monetary incentive for me to do this, but it just kind of keeps track. Like if people actually like paying attention to deck lists and stuff. So uh, I usually post all my deck lists that I post on my YouTube videos on my Moxfield. It just makes it easier for people to access them. Um, Also, here is Karen's list, and I believe this is the Sylvan library that he was talking about. It looks like it's an Italian Sylvan library from Legends that he white bordered, and it made me shed a tear when I saw it. Um,
And I am so sorry about that tear, buddy. You know, also I'm so sorry for not having this item ready, but it sounds like you filled in the time great. So
yes, I did.
appreciate you. Um, yeah, so I played the PM quarterly.
Wasn't Rose City?
I'm sorry, the Rose City
Uh
pre-modern
huh.
quarterly. Um, hide the top 8. Nobody has to see where I finished.
Oh, okay.
Pull that list back up. Pull that list back up. So I played Elves. Big surprise to everybody that listens to the podcast, I'm sure. Um, this version I decided to run without Tangle Wires. And that was because there was a list recently that did well without Tangle Wire at the Calgary National pre-modern event. I don't know if you saw those
Mm-mm.
results at all. But yeah, it was a list that was kind of similar to what I built here. I made some minor adjustments on just kind of personal preference. Like they were playing 4 naturalize on the board and 1 tranquil domain. I disagree. Uh, and uh, I think also as well in the main deck, they were playing something over the Well Wisher I decided to play. They were also playing a 3 Hermit, 1 Kamal split. I wanted to play all 4 Hermit. Also, I did whiteboard or a foil one that you can see that down there. That is a crime, probably. Uh, of some sort. Listen, that foil is not in the best condition. It was kind of damaged when I picked it up.
I'm sure you're gonna be barred from like enter a few countries because of this. The Interpol is gonna be after you.
but uh but yeah, this list was sick. I liked a lot about it. I just Tangle Wire is one of those cards that is either winning you the game or the worst thing that you've seen off the top of your deck in the world. Like
Mm-hmm.
it is so polarizing and so crazy. But anyway, let me talk
No
about
in
the
between.
mechanics. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's an in between for me.
No.
Like it's never I draw this card, it's like this is kind of what I wanted to see, you know, or like whatever. It's not like a medium top deck. It is the worst top deck generally because it's the late game and I want something else.
Are these like promos that people made for you guys there?
No. So Elliot did most of, well, yeah, most of these. So the
Okay.
way that this works is that you take the art off a card, you kind of like use an X-Acto knife to kind of like cut out the stickering layer on the top essentially,
Uh-huh.
and then you use a glue stick to like reapply the cutout art onto the frame of the basic land. So
Hmm.
you want to use like measuring to make sure that it kind of like fits in the box that it needs to fit into. It can come over that box a little bit, obviously, like it does in basically all of my basic lands, but
Yeah.
not to the point where it's like infringing on the artwork above.
Okay.
And it's really cool. Yeah, there's like this very thin layer on top. Like basically all magic card art is kind of a sticker on top of like the rest of the cardboard. And so there's a way to kind of like cut into that and like bring off just the thinnest top layer that just has the artwork on it, and then like
Mhm.
use a glue stick to paste it to the bottom.
Oh, interesting. Because this one looks like the thing from, Plants vs. Zombies.
That's from Pokemon. That's Weekend Bell.
Oh, okay.
He's from
Sorry. Nah.
He's from Pokemon. Uh,
Okay. But then the other ones,
but the rest
he
of
cut
his is magic art.
so he cut them out
Obviously,
from, another magic card and apply into the
yeah.
basic land.
What do you think that
Wow.
is?
That's
What do you think
the
that meant?
green no, the red, white modal. No, I mean, it's green, but it's got the kicker card, right? The
His name is Thornscape Battle Mage, and
Yeah,
you're
that one.
correct.
Yeah. I
Yeah. I got a Wood Elves one. I've got a Thorn Elemental one. I've got
Which one is this one?
I
That's a
don't.
Rebecca
So
Gway
there are a
art,
couple
right?
of them I don't recall off the top of my head. I can so clearly see this card. I just can't see the picture. I just can't see the title and the name. I swear it's like some druid that like destroys enchantments or something. Maybe I don't recall.
Okay.
But
Huh.
like, yeah, those are all like custom prints. The one in between the Weeping Bell and the Thorn Elemental there,
Mhm.
that one came from a friend in the Portland community, Tom. He made that one for me for my birthday.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I don't know exactly what his process was. It might be a little different from Elliot's, but
Mhm.
it's interesting and it fits what I want all my forests to eventually be. So I'm keeping
Nice.
it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kinda cool. I mean,
But
you got 2 more to go, so
so the quarterly was a 28 player tournament, 5 rounds. It had a higher entry fee than most monthlies, but it also had a higher prize pool as a result.
Mhm.
I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But round one, I got paired against goblins. Not really an ideal matchup. It wasn't Jeff's goblins, it was somebody else's
Okay.
goblins. Scroll down. I can't be that low. Hold on. Go back up. This should be closer to the top. I think he was in the top 8.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, it was Matt. Matt was my round one opponent. So Matt was
Mhm.
playing a fairly standard goblins deck, as you can see here. Game one was a little bit of like a tussle back and forth, but he eventually resolved sharpshooter, and I didn't have like the resources to go find Masticore to kill it, so I lost.
Yeah.
Game two, I got this sick ass line where I got to. Okay, hold on. I wrote this all down because I wanted to talk about it today. So in game two, I had a cradle, 4 basics, so I think like 3 forests and a mountain, a survival, and a sky shroud poacher and an elephant token all in play. Okay, so I have 2 creatures, a survival, a cradle, and 4 lands. Uh, I have a cradle in hand and a creature. I activate a poacher. This is all while sharpshooter's on the table, by the way.
Mhm.
And active. I activate my poacher to grab a deranged shrimp. The token creation trigger is on the stack. Um, in response to the token creation trigger, they activate the sharpshooter and destroy deranged shrimp. Right. So the tokens come to play. Priority is back to me. There's nothing they can do to kill these squirrels right now. So I play a second cradle, sacrificing the old one. I float 6 mana off it, and 1 more mana off the 4th basic land I have in play because I used 3 of the mana to activate the poacher. So I have 7 mana, right? With the 7 mana, I'm able to activate survival, pitching the last creature card I have in hand, 6 mana floating. In response, the sharpshooter destroys all the squirrels. Not really relevant at this point. I've already floated all the mana I need to float. I grab
Mhm.
Mastercore, I play Mastercore, and I shoot down the sharpshooter with the Mastercore. Which at that point kind of brings me back into the game because that was the biggest thing holding me down.
Right.
Um, and then I had no cards in hand, but in my upkeep, I was able to activate Sky Shroud Poacher again in like with the Massacre trigger under it, get another deranged hermit with a bunch of squirrels, float a ton of mana off the cradle, and use the Mastercore to clear the board before I had to sacrifice it to no cards in hand.
Uh-huh.
So I got to like restabilize on this game that had looked lost,
Right.
essentially. And then in game three, unfortunately, I lost to the perfect, like, lackey, like, into Cycle Gem Palm Incinerator, put in Siege Gang Commander, kind of ruined my whole day, like,
Yeah.
in game three. So I lost to Goblins in round one, and it was Matt who ended up in the top four. So
Okay.
in round two, I played against Alec on Naya Terrageddon. We can pull up that list here. Thankfully, we're using a system that logs all the lists and everything. So we're looking for Alec on
No, I'm just gonna
Terrageddon.
type it. Oh, oh, not Alex. Alec. Okay.
ALEC. Yep, there he is. So Alec was really upset because we get paired a lot, and I have a very gross win rate versus his decks in general. Because he always likes to play Terravore decks that aren't the 4-color spec oath ones. He likes to play the like green red Ponza Terra oath, and then like Terravore or Terrageddon and things like that. So he brought this deck today. In game one, I had like a quick like vomiting of creatures into deranged torment, and he just kind of scooped out. But game two, he Pyroclasm on my board, and he played a curse totem while he was using Call of the Herd to apply pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was able to kind of like still develop my board and just not use my creatures to jump block against elephants, going to a fairly low life total in order to deploy deranged torment, which kind of stabilized me in order to deploy a survival of the fittest afterwards into a cradle to kind of like start the chain up into anger and everything, and then kind of get the win. So it
Mm-hmm.
was like I had to fight through Pyroclasm and Curse Totem, but I was kind of able to. And
Well, luckily
eventually,
they didn't draw a second Pyroclasm, I guess, but
yeah, that was the other thing. There was only one Pyroclasm that got played against me. So,
mm-hmm.
um, yeah. So we beat Terrageddon in round two. Round three, we played against Andre on Blue Red Stasis. It's down there. It's down there a little
Oh,
further.
oh,
Yeah, Stasis by Andre. So Andre was playing a blue-red version, which had Pyroclasms in the sideboard, which is probably the most equipped a Stasis player has ever come to the table against me. It still it still wasn't enough. Like Wirewood Symbiote and Query Ranger plus like Priest of Titania made it so possible to play the game. And he had powder kegs, but I had naturally drawn every vigilante I needed. I didn't even need to survival for them. I just like vigilanteed out the powder cakes before they became problems every time. And it was kind of ridiculous. Like I got so lucky
are you running
in
two in
the
the main
amount.
deck?
Yeah, I run two main. So I was able to
Okay.
just kind of like naturally draw into the ones I needed versus this. But one other anecdote I forgot about round three. We had a different pairing before this repairing into stasis, and my initial pairing was into survival welder, and I probably would have lost that match if we had to like play the initial pairings, because three Triskelions plus welder plus like tangle wire plus like all that.
Sharpshooter.
Yeah, sharpshooter.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
But no, luckily we were able to repair into the best matchup we could have possibly asked for. So we got to continue on. Round four, I played against Curtis on Zombie Infestation / Contamination. That should be
Oh.
it's not the one in the top eight. It's a
Okay.
different contain.
Oh, I see here.
Curtis, yeah. Yep. So we
Ah.
played in round four. All right, let me tell you, this was the most devastating opening to a game one I could have thought of. So I went turn one Llanowar Elves after he went like turn one, or no, I think I was on the play. So he went like turn one Swamp Duress, take Survival of the Fittest out
Mm-hmm.
of my hand, right? And then turn two, I played two Llanowar Elves, and as I pass the turn, he's like taking his time trying to figure something out. And I'm like, what are you doing? You have a tapped Llanowar Waste. And he's like preparing two cards. And I'm like, oh no, don't tell me. And sure enough,
Was
there are
it
3 main deck contaminations that you'll find. Uh, or
okay?
sorry, 3 main deck sorry, I looked at the wrong part. There's a 1 main deck contagion. That's what he hits me with in game 1. On turn 2, at the end of turn 2, he
Oh,
hits me with a
okay.
contagion to destroy the Llanowar Elves that's attacking and one of the Llanowar Elves I just played. So
Ah,
I'm left with 1 Llanowar Elves and 2 lands afterwards.
mm,
Um, and so he but what was interesting was that my backup plan was 2 Quirion Rangers and a Well-Wisher. And what that meant for me was that Well-Wisher was gaining me 8 life per turn cycle until I drew something good. Because I had 4 elves in play and 2 of them were Quirion Rangers. So I
so
could
you
just
can keep
go
on tapping.
gain 4 life, bounce forest, untap Well-Wisher, redeploy forest, tap Well-Wisher, gain another 4 life, and then
Hmm.
like have extra taps on reserve if I needed. But since he's playing like Nether Spirits and Zombie Infestations, he's not going to catch up. Like it's going to be too many cards that he's kind of required to discard.
Right, right.
He only had like 2 cards in hand when I started building like the chain. So I used Well-Wisher to stave off a lot of time until I finally drew like Deranged Tournament. Until I finally drew get cards that kind of like changed the game. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Like a survival, whatever.
So I won game 1 that way, and then game 2, a turn 2 Call of the Herd went basically all the way. Like
Oh,
the Call of the Herd, I'm playing 4 in the sideboard this time back
hmm,
again, and it was like I got to play it and flash it back before their furnace had time enough to hit it because I had a couple cards in graveyard already before I played the Call of the Herd on turn 2, thanks to fetching. And it was just like, oh, thank God. Like I got to flashback Call of the Herd before it got hit by furnace. And the other thing was that his land base in game 2 was super shaky. It went Mishra's workshop wasteland, and he was attacking with the workshop, and I actually got to
Fa-
naturalize the workshop,
factory.
uh or sorry, the factory, Mishra's factory. My apologies, different format.
Yeah.
Mishra's factory, where like I got to naturalize it and like essentially wasteland him. Like I was gonna naturalize the Phyrexian Furnace because I was worried about my Call of the Herd not being able to like resolve both times, but because I had fetch and naturalize in yard, like
Hmm.
Call of the Herd got to resolve both times, and he didn't feel comfortable tapping the one colorless source of mana that he had for like a little bit just to go after the call specifically when he wanted to play like Chromatic Sphere and try to dig deeper into a land.
Right.
um
I mean, they had pernicious deed too. This seems kind of good against you too. If they
I NCD'd luckily. Like
okay.
I was so able to avoid like all the problems and beat this deck. Uh so I felt very lucky in that regard. Um and then in round 5, I got
Oh,
paired into Kobe on Stasis, who won the entire event, and I drew with them. I
you
ID'd
guys can play.
to get us both into top 8.
Hmm.
If I had accepted the matchup, I don't think like you know, I don't want to brag or say anything like that, but I feel like Elves versus Stasis is just the most disgustingly lopsided pre-modern matchup I can think of. Like it is
Okay.
so horribly unwinnable for Stasis because of Wirewood Symbiote and Query Rangers text. Like
Right.
I just don't think the deck can hit. That said, like I feel like my blue-red opponent playing the 3 Pyroclasms would have had a better shot to beat me that Kobe would have, but it was also Kobe's first top 8, and their first top 8 converted to a win. Congratulations to Kobe.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked for them. Like
Mm.
honestly, like that's what I want to see. Like I want people to have a good time, have good stories, and not feel like they got beat up by like the deck that was built to like kill them.
Well, it
Like
sounds like Karen wants more people to play stages in Portland so he can
there
get
are
some free
4
wins.
stasis players in this
Oh man,
tournament. Look back at the list. There are 4 stasis players
out
in
of
this
28,
event.
out of 28
Fuck
players.
crazy. I apparently have not been doing enough. Like, like
Huh.
inspire
Okay.
fear.
Was
But
was
yeah,
Kelso playing? Oh, he was
Kelso was
on.
playing Cradle Pop today, that
Oh,
day.
that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kelso likes Cradle Pop a lot, but had a pretty bad day, unfortunately.
I mean, the deck is
Um,
kind of hard to. I think you have to hit the right matchups for the deck to actually work out.
so So we go into the top eight, and the Swiss standings are that I'm in eighth place, and in first place is Chris Tolar on Enchantress. Chris has
Mm,
been on the show previously.
yes.
Chris has been is just an amazing Enchantress player. Like playing against Chris, you're just like, oh my god, this person knows what exactly he's doing at all times. Like he'll do
Yeah.
things like he's got like perfect dice counters for exploration. He he keeps track physically of like the triggers on the stack so that he can like pop Sterling Grove correctly, like visually before the draw trigger on like an enchantress or a presence or something like that, and
Hmm.
draw that right card. Whenever he's looking at a Miri's Guile, he'll put the three cards like propped up against his deck so he can think about it like visually. Like if I play an enchantment and I have an enchantress, which card am I gonna draw? Like
Right.
he is he is so on top of his stuff that like it's ridiculous. And um, one thing that he's told me in the past is that he thinks Tangle Wire is criminally underrated in elves in general. And he's like, whenever I play against elves and they don't have Tangle Wire, like I'm winning 80-20. But like if they have Tangle Wire, that's like 40-60 for me.
Hmm.
Like it is so much different. And I mean, like, I joked about it at the beginning of the tournament with him. I was like, dude, I think Wire is so bad. I'm tired of top decking this card. Like, I left it at home today. And then, of course, we get paired in the quarters. I'm like, I wish I didn't leave Wire at home
Also, we
today.
shouldn't tell
Like,
him that too. Well, I guess it doesn't matter
yeah,
that much. I don't think.
it
I don't think.
doesn't matter too much. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he's still going to play, like, the
the
best
same
he
way,
can
probably.
and the fastest he can and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so, yeah, we played a good 3 games. Game one was a slog, and I thought I was going to get back in it, but unfortunately, I did not build up enough mana to. Game two, I got to kind of like swarm the board with a bunch of 1/1s that kind of didn't do a lot and kind of like nullify his like specific swords to plowshares and like specific like enchantments to
Hmm.
say creatures can't attack, Qatar's like gift or presence or something like
Desire.
that. Desire. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the one. And like but like game two I got there, and then game three, unfortunately, it was just a very kind of quick like ending to it all. Like there was back and forth in it, but Chris very much established an earlier advantage than I did and was like I tranquil domained a fairly early board in game three, but like it wasn't enough to like really stop his true plan. And he also smelled the tranquil domain coming from me, like because he's a good enchantress player. Like he knows what he has to play around, and like
Hmm.
he baited it out very well and ended up taking me out in the quarterfinals. So,
Yeah.
but the thing I ran to grab and left Romario's Dead Air a little while ago was one of the cool things I won.
Oh, sweet.
uh, and it's a Call of the Herd elephant
Ah,
token.
that's pretty sweet.
It's like metallic, kind of as an
I wonder if you can
interesting.
get. I wonder if you can ask the person to get you feel more.
Yeah, but like I top aided the August 26th Burglary, so this is what I get.
That is pretty sweet.
And then also I won a Tempest Wasteland, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
So
very nice.
yeah. Nice pricing. It was a good event. And it's funny because like again, I feel like the day could have gone a lot differently if I had decided to actually play round five.
Oh,
And
and
just take the person out and not have to play Chris in the quarters, and like,
mhm.
the top eight would probably be structured a bit differently and things like that. None of us can really say what would have happened, but it's interesting to think about that like I kind of king made the stasis player in this event. And I don't know, like I still think it's cool because like again, it was their first top eight and they were so excited, and then to
Mhm.
go on and win it, I'm sure that's an exhilarating feeling. and I'm glad that they got to experience that. But would my day have gone better if I had decided to take the stasis player out of contention and then
I
pair
mean,
into something
maybe
that
right because
probably wasn't Enchantress, right?
there were two goblins and two and a contamination players in the match. I mean, I don't know. I feel like those matchups are not
I've I
easy
feel like
either.
that entire top 8, yeah, was kinda scary to think about in general. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I could have very well still lost in the
yeah.
quarterfinals. By the way, I do need you to click on the second place Goblins list because
I was gonna start looking
it's
because it says
not
spiciness
traditional.
61. Okay, so there's Gene Palm Incinerator, Goblin King, yeah, Goblin Lackey, Goblin Matron, Power Driver, Ringleader Tinker, War Chief. Oh, Mock Bombers. That's sweet. Oh, they had the Sneak
Yeah,
Attack deck. Oh, sweet.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Sneak Attack Goblins Mog Bombers deck. This it's so funny that this deck did as well as it did because I had been joking for weeks up to leading up to it of
Mm-hmm.
proxying this exact deck because I had seen it do well in the hands
Challenge.
of the Memories of the Time MTGO player
Mm-hmm.
who was writing about it and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, this deck looks so sick. And then somebody actually decided to bring it and then made it to the finals, versus Stasis. And unfortunately lost in the finals, but like still, like the deck is
Yeah.
obviously sick.
Uh, yeah, it seems like if they only had 3 cops of Pyroblast. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I feel like if they had, did a little more maximization on the blasting, they probably would have had a better time specifically in the finals.
Because I don't remember the list that the playlist streams on YouTube. I mean, not streams, like posts on YouTube. Is it Memories of a Time? Is that what it's
Memories
called?
of the Time, I think
Yeah,
is the
I
YouTube name.
I want to say his list had like the stock 5 blasts, like 3 Pyroblasts and like 2 Babs or something like that. I think usually 5 is like the stock, like you see in red decks, right?
I think this player probably decided to tune the sideboard a little bit more for what he expected in Portland. Like he
Mm-hmm.
plays like pretty much all the Portland events. Like Jeff is a very much a regular. And I probably assumed that he made some tweaks based on what he expected to see specifically at the August Corporate League.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, because the Goblin Goons in the sideboard too. I don't know about that one too. Like I feel like, uh,
I'm not sure what the exact logicking is, but I'm sure
yeah,
he had his reasons.
hmm yeah. Uh, but yeah, it's kind of sweet that yeah, calling the Goblins deck's kind of not uh, what you call. You might just skip this list because he's like, oh, it's a goblins list, whatever. Just go to the next one. But it's if you click on it, then he's like, oh, okay, so it's not just a goblins list. It's got sneak attacks and mock bombers, which
But yeah.
it took me a while for me to understand how you're supposed to stack this with Siege Gang Commander. By the way, it's not as simple as you think it is, but um, Magical Mind kind of helped me with that one. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. Uh, that's
Yeah,
I guess that's
and
what.
if
Yeah.
you do want to catch it, the finals for this tournament were actually broadcasted on Heavy Play. He had been recently not recording the top 8 matches at all, but he decided that the finals of Stasis versus Sneak Attack Goblins was worth breaking the hiatus from recording top 8 matches, and he decided to record the finals. So hopefully in the next month or two, you can check out Heavy Play on YouTube and you can see Stasis versus Sneak Attack Goblins in the finals. So
Is this Madness deck too? Spicy, or is it just Oh, it is.
um the Madness deck is kind of spicy. Sloan is a really good survival player. They
Mm.
love registering like a lot of different kind of survival decks in Portland metagame, and
Oh man,
I think
Spore
they've been
Frog.
really digging Madness a lot. So
How does goblins? How do elves beat Spore Frog plus Genesis?
haven't had to deal with that problem yet, Mario. I don't have that issue because I'm better than that. Okay,
Ah, all right.
obviously.
They're gonna fog the board like multiple times, and
I can't
you know,
wait for it to happen and for me to be frustrated and not be able to answer it.
Spore Frog. That's a good
The
one.
natural orders are all so sick for the Nishovas.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. That's always like a good way for you to deal with red decks. I think. Uh, like you
yeah,
see a Jackal pup in the other side of the board, like, oh shit, I need to natural order ASAP.
I need to do
Um,
something right now.
mm-hmm. Right meow.
Yep.
Uh, cool. Is there anything else like from the tournament that you saw that was like, oh man, yeah, this was cool? Or
Trying to
I'm also
think.
surprised I've seen multiple contamination decks. To be honest,
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that too. It was cool to see. Um,
blue, white,
yeah,
red
that's.
control. Okay. Oh, so it's like a.
Oh yeah, that's Duck's hard control list. Duck has been working on that. So
It, I might have seen Neo Mushroom play this deck recently. I think on stream, or at least it looks pretty similar, but I'm not sure. Um, but yeah. Also, current again, this Lunar Elves. I want to choke you, but anyways. I was looking at buying some the other day, like from MTG Card Market, and he did that. Anyways,
can't you believe that those used to have black borders on them? That's
yeah, they
crazy.
probably looked really nice before. Now I
They look even better now.
I've been looking to get some cards in Portuguese, like Black Border from like that era, for like
Uh,
pre-modern. It's pre-modern exclusively, except for I might pick up 4 Force of Wills in Portuguese. Obviously not legal, but in pre-modern. Uh, but I have a stack of silly things like this, like Lenore elves and like Finhorn elves and goblins and stuff. Uh, yeah. So if I could get my hands on some Black Border Lenore elves from 4th edition, I'll be very happy. And I'm not gonna do like current. So um,
Coward.
so so congrats, Karen, for making top 8 at the Rose City
Thanks.
Pre-Modern. Not the PM, but the token said
Yeah.
PM. So
Someday I'll get my TOC invite, you know. Until
T- oh, is it the event at the end of the year?
the beginning of next year. Yeah, the Tournament of
Okay.
Champions is going down in either January or February, I guess. And it's like the invite is open to folks who have won I think it has to be at least 12 players type
Okay.
of event in pre-modern that's submitted to either MTG Top 8 or like uh what's it
Goldfish.
TC Decks.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you have a first place finish from a 12 plus player event in pre-modern in the country, you get an invite to this event. And
Well,
you're yeah. So you just have to present that as like
you're gonna
your
play BCDL, right? So there you go.
maybe I am playing BCDL, yes, but maybe I'll win. I don't know. Like it's
Yeah,
gonna
you're
be
probably
like
gonna win.
64 players. Who
Yeah, you're gonna
knows?
win. I have faith in
It's
you.
I do. I'd rather win the Legacy main event if I had to choose one, because like at least I'd win the Mox Ruby. But you know, I guess I could
You'll be
win
happy if you win the pre-modern one too. Okay,
yeah. Get
gotcha.
whatever pricing up. But most importantly, I can come back to like the local TO and be like, I finally have it. I can get under the
There
TOC
you go.
next
Yeah.
year.
Another event that took place recently was so last month. Yeah, the 25th of last month. I keep
The
forgetting the
Sacred Torch Showdown in New York.
yeah, I keep forgetting the MTGO topic uses the European uh well,
Dating.
basically the rest of the world time.
July 26th, 2026. 25th,
25th.
2026.
Yeah. I just want to mention this one because it was it was a large event. It had 109 players, and it was won by Sly. They, I believe, Lenny from Spy Colony. He posted the whole event that they uh, streamed on his channel. It was on Twitch too. I think I watched a little bit of the event. What was going on? I definitely watched the finals. It was pretty interesting. The finals was very cool match to watch. It was won by Sly. The player was Neil Sachs, and I I believe he was on the last hardcast. I think they talked to him, and also the Spy Colony will talk to Daniel Sondike on their last episode. So if you wanna listen to some cool pretty much content. Both of those episodes, they had players from this event. What else was I gonna say? It was just I don't know, very. There were a lot of players that they showed on camera. They're like, no, you recognize the names from like watching LobsterCon and stuff. So, um, the slide deck, I thought it was interesting that they were running Volcanic Hammer in the main deck, also a Goblin Patrol, a Goblin Vandal. I've been seeing more slide decks running Goblin Vandal in the main deck. Apparently, that's the tech, I guess, for whatchamacall, Dreadnought. So, also, what I was going to mention here that I noticed. Oh, also they had like 4 cops of Mog Salvage in the sideboard. So, and 4 Overload. So they were definitely prepared for Dreadnought. I think that's a deck that people were talking about. It was like pretty popular in New York. So,
Big surprise.
big surprise.
But
And
no Dreadnought. Oh wait, yeah, Dreadnought like heading up the
there were
top
2 of
60.
the it must be must be all the people that are prepared for the matchup. I think Mog Salvage. I can't remember. I think it was Eli, our friend that plays goblins in Legacy, who was talking about this card before the Fantastic card got banned as a card that you could use to like destroy the Fantastic card. But as it turns out, you don't need to worry about the card anymore in that format. Yeah, Gat is the other deck that made to the finals, which is Grow a Tog. I don't know how I feel about Gat. I always feel like the deck is really good, but not a lot of people play it. I feel like every time I got paired into this deck on Magic Online, I feel like it's regardless of what deck I'm playing. I feel like usually I have good games against this deck. Is this? How do you feel? Hold on, Karen, you're muted.
Sorry, apologies. It feels like this deck is like the Xerox deck of the format in the sense where like it's a lot of places and it always presents like a very good game. And yeah, I don't know how to evaluate it, but like it just feels like I don't know, it feels kind of like Canadian Trash does in Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I get that kind of vibe from it, I guess.
So it's a deck that it needs to get ahead and stay ahead.
Kinda in some sense, and then like yeah, subtly grow the resources to like kind of win with Burning Dryad and Psychotog.
Mm-hmm.
I yeah, playing against this deck, I don't know. I just get a lot of like similar vibes I did kind of playing against like something like Rook Thresh in the like 2013, 2014 era of Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Um maybe that's just me. I don't know. What do you think?
No, like I said, it does feel a little bit like that. It is kind of like the Delver deck in the format, I guess. I mean, people usually dub that as being the Delver deck in the format. Uh, but again, I do think that most of the times when I play against this deck, the games are usually close and not like lopsided, like pretty much
Right.
regardless what deck I'm playing. So I feel like it's a very solid deck. It just doesn't see a lot of play. And from what I can tell from listening to watching YouTube videos and podcasts, like it feels like there's a few different ways you can build this deck. So no, this person only had 1 Armageddon, 1 Mox Diamond, like 3 Cups of Gush, 2 Daisies. Like I feel like all these numbers could have been slightly different, and you get like a different deck. But yeah, you know, it's just a deck that I think is pretty solid that you just don't see being played a lot. And is this actually Merfolk or is it some kind of? Oh, it is actually Merfolk. Huh. And they did well. Interesting. Uh, Kern, did I lose you? Okay,
Sorry.
so good.
So we were talking about the fish
Merfolk.
list.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So they had Lord of Atlantis, Merfolk Looter, Phyrexian Dreadnought, Rootwater Diver. Rootwater Diver, I didn't know this one. So this one is sacrifice a Rootwater Diver, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. So I guess you can just return a Dreadnought if that happens to hit the graveyard. Squee, I guess, works really well with Waterfront Bouncer. Uh,
Oh, well, there it goes.
yeah, and then I just have like the regular blue cards I guess you expect to see in Pre-Modern, Counterspell, Daze, Foil, Gush, Portent, just 2 cops of Portent, okay. 4 Stifle, 1 Thwart, and then 3 cops of, Winter Orb. Uh,
Wow, really cool to see.
Sapresent Legate, okay. If an opponent controls a mountain and you control an island, you may play without paying its mana cost. Alright, that seems a little
So it's just like a 1/3 like
fly for
wall?
free?
Like, what do you think? This has to be for like Slayer goblins, right? Like,
Goblins, I think.
yeah, block lackey,
Yeah, you
probably.
turn
Is that
yeah,
like
you
its main?
yeah, because it can Gem Palm Incinerator a 1/3 on turn 2. It to me seems a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know. Maybe it's just 1 copy in the sideboard too. Maybe this person was just like, I don't know what else I can put in here, so it's gonna be this guy. I don't know.
That's wild.
That is wild. Uh, but interesting list. Like, it's cool to see. I every once in a while, like on the Facebook group, like you see people like post Merfolk lists, and they all seem kind of medium, I guess. So it's kind of cool to see this person did well. I wonder how many games they won by just Phyrexian Dreadnought their opponents, even though they only had 1 copy. Uh, but uh, yeah, pretty much else looks. There's a black and white control deck. That's not something we see all the time nowadays.
It's yeah, I feel like this deck used to be a more popular option because of its like price point and
Mm,
everything kind of being low.
yes.
Um but I don't see a lot of players stick with it. Like I see people like sign on to it and then like kind of fall off it in favor of other decks a lot in like the Portland area at least. I don't know if this is like a common phenomenon, but like
Hmm.
people get really hype about this deck, play it for a little while, and then kind of just like put it down and play something else.
You know what? You brought up a good point. I do remember when this deck was kind of like the hot new thing. It
Right.
was very cheap. I think you could build this deck for like $100 at a time. Uh,
Yeah, it's not very expensive at all.
if you don't care, especially if you don't care about the printings, of course.
Right. That being the biggest reason. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Exalted
If you care
Angel.
about
Like,
printings, of course it's going to be expensive. But like,
mhm,
if you're like, I don't, new borders doesn't matter. Like new
yeah,
frame, you're chilling.
yeah. Because I think at least looking at this list here, Powder Keg is the only one that you have no other option, right? You have to get this one, but
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's only one version of Power
yeah.
Gig.
But
But
everything else, like Exalted Angel and the Decree of Justice, are the ones that kind of get pricey if you want to get the old frame. But if you don't care
yeah.
about it,
But
then yeah. Also, it's a deck that I don't know if you feel like that way too, but like the Rock in this deck, when you look on paper, let's say if you're someone that you can coming back to Magic, wherever, it looks really cool. But then maybe the actual play style is not really what you expect. Like, so you have this idea that's like, oh, I'm gonna play this
yeah,
super long games and I'm gonna do this and that, and then you're like, maybe that's not really what I want to do, and then that's probably why like people like put it put it away after they play a couple of matches. Uh,
yeah. It's cool to see that it gets some representation in the format regardless. Like
mhm.
I do think I think it's a cool direction for the color combination, especially when like Dead Guy is like the classic representation of the Orzhov like kind of colors.
Yeah,
And Dead Guy is just so it's just I don't know if that deck is like good in the
no,
format,
probably not.
unfortunately.
No,
It's like medium, like you gotta have the insane dark ritual hippie specter openings and hope it doesn't eat a boulder or plow like in the process. It's just kind of like it's asking a
yeah,
lot uh
no.
in general.
And again, even the Dark Ritual hippie, that conversation has a lot of people already mentioned, right? Like, no, there's so many ways for decks to like answer that card in the turn one, and you're down 2 cards, and the whole not a good exchange when you lose 2 cards. Uh,
Right.
and as far as black and white, I think also this deck is. I guess I should mention the rock too. I think it's pretty soft to combo, which I think the other problem with this deck here. Um, there's a lot of combo decks in the format right now, and I don't think this deck can put enough pressure to know, be able to keep up with those.
Yeah,
You can
I
discard all
agree.
you want, but no, if your opponent, if you're not reducing their life total, which this deck has a hard time doing like fast, then you're not really winning the game. But yeah, like I said, it is a deck that is sort of cheap for you to build, and it's a good entry point for the format. And there are a lot of cards that if you buy to play this deck, you can uh, play those cards in other decks in the format too. So, um, but yeah, I just want to mention the Sacred Torch because it was a big event, and like I said, there is a the stream is on, I think it's on Lenny's YouTube channel. The whole event that they no all the matches that they featured, and again the finals was pretty cool match to watch. There was a lot of interesting points of the match. There were decisions were made, and that again, just highly recommend to go watch it. And then I just want to mention something really quick before we wrap up the episode. So I was talking to Karen before we started that I was planning on recording a video with a list that was pretty similar to this one. So this player Illuminati, I think they go by the same name on Twitter. Uh, okay, let me see if I can back up real quick. But it didn't start now. But every once in a while, I use extended decks or standard decks from the past, like as inspiration to try to brew decks for pre-modern. And cards like Morphling and Rainbow Efreet, where cards are like, no, I was always like trying to find like a list that I could play in pre-modern. And so the other day, just casually, I'm like browsing to lists, whatever, and I see a couple of 5-0s by this player. And I saw that they did well in a couple of challenges playing this mono blue list. And I was gonna record a video last week, and then I saw that they won the challenge on Sunday. I guess Sunday, maybe it was on. I'm sorry, I might be mistaken. Maybe it was on Saturday. Oh, it was on Saturday. And challenge on Saturday, and immediately like my mind went to like the old Magpie Morphling deck that you used to see play like in standard. And the draw gold deck that Randy Buehler, I think he won a pro tour with that list, or maybe it was like nationals. Uh, but yeah, I probably will still post a video with this deck. I think this player, they made some changes from the list that I saw. They had 4 spikes now, and some essence flares in the sideboard. But yeah, if you like some really hard control deck, and if you enjoy the Parallax Tide era of pre-modern, this is a much more fair version of the deck. You can't just Armageddon your opponent, but you still kind of get to do the same things, like just sit back and try to draw cards and counter their stuff, and sometimes you sweep the board with Navis Disc. This list also running like 1 copy of Control Magic that I still don't think this card is very playable in pre-modern, but it is something that's in here too. So, uh, but yeah, I think the list is really sweet. I will, like I said, I'll probably have a video with this deck either this week or next week. I do have another deck that I want to record before this one, but just want to, I know there's definitely a big portion of people that play pre-modern that like control decks, and if you're tired of the same blue white sin steel lists, this is a really cool option that someone has definitely put a lot of work. If you click on this player's name, you've seen that they've been playing a lot of pre-modern, so and doing well. So it's something that they probably tinkering with. So, and
Yeah.
also quick shout out to our buddy Max Urber. Talking with
Yeah, Uber Dub. We
Max has
love
been killing with
Max.
a Tinker Fling in leagues, and he did well in the challenge. So yeah, we should have Max on,
Yeah,
on the cast.
yes. Yeah, I would love to have Max on the cast at some point. Maybe we'll do the next episode. Maybe we'll
Yeah,
do it in 2. Watch
not
out for Max soon. Max
not
has been working extremely hard on Tinker Fling, and is primarily has a background in Painter and Legacy. So this feels kind of like a very natural, like, I don't know, like the decks are somewhat similar. They're blue
yeah,
and red and have like, automatic win conditions and prisony elements to them, I
yeah.
guess. is
No,
the
I was
best way
happy.
to describe it.
So I think it was like I don't remember when I talked to Max about pre-modern. It might have been no, last year he wasn't at Turn Weekend. I think it was a year before. And he was talking to me how because he lives in California. He was telling that where he lives, like, no, they do have some pre-modern events, and like you said, he usually plays a painter in Legacy. So he was asking me about like the mud deck, the blue red mud deck with Goblin Welder and stuff, and I think he was playing that for a little bit on Magic Online.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
and then I guess at one point he probably I think I posted some of this lists on our Discord group, and I don't know if that's what made Max want to play this or if he just eventually just found this deck. But I'm pretty sure like Max has some maybe he did. Oh no, he didn't. I guess he didn't post any results with the mud, but yeah, Max is a pretty good player with artifacts and blue red cards. Tinker is definitely something
Yeah.
that he would definitely enjoy it, and yeah, he's doing really well in the leagues and finally did well also in the challenge too. So
It's exciting. It's
yeah,
really exciting to see him kind of find his, his the deck that he likes playing in the format. So
enjoying the format.
I would
Yes,
love to have him on and talk shop. So
hells yeah. All right, Curran, do you wanna? Was you wanna any shout outs or anything you want to mention before we?
yeah, I don't know. Just shout out again to the Duress crew and Duress Fest. I really hope that the Kickstarter pans out perfectly, and I can't wait to come play your event and collect my jersey. So that'll be sick. Uh
You went up a little
and
bit.
then huh?
You went up a little bit. I just refreshed the page. Just went up a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, that's awesome. They passed the 93 K threshold. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to play a really sick 2027 North American Pre-Modern Championship. Thank you again for hosting this Kickstarter and making this event possible. Really looking forward to playing it. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to the Richmond pre-modern scene that's budding and developing, and to the players especially that drove like multiple hours to play. Like the y'all are the MVPs. Really showing where the passion for the format is. Shout out to the Portland Rose City pre-modern scene as always. Love you guys. Thanks for throwing awesome events, and also thanks to Heavy Play for making a bunch of content about the format in general. And yeah,
Oh, did you have any
I think
information on Elliot's team event?
Oh yes. Let me talk about that a little bit. Yes, Elliot is hosting an event in Vancouver, BC. The information is as follows. Please hold. Sorry. It takes me a second to dig this information up, unfortunately.
Because I know he mentioned to
Um,
me, but I didn't get
yeah.
any.
Bonus events. Here we go. So the Midsummer Revel is a team trios event going down in Vancouver, BC, August 22nd, 10 a.m. At the Russian Hall on 600 Campbell Avenue in Vancouver, BC. The trios formats are Legacy, Pauper, Pre-Modern. So bring your Pauper player, bring your Legacy player along with you if you're playing the Pre-Modern seat. Payouts to the top 4 teams plus prize cards for the top 8 in general. Uh, it's $165 entry fee for the teams. Right now, there wasn't a early bird price, but it was before August 1st for $150. Sorry, folks, that missed out on that. But there will be catered lunch. There will be a break included. And yeah, so if you want to take down some legacy pop or pre-modern, head on down to that trios event August 22nd in Vancouver, BC. And if that's not going to work, also on August 23rd in Columbus, Ohio, you can play pre-modern at the Warp Gate
Oh,
for the
let me
Buffalo
find that one.
Chicken Dip. Unless sign up has already filled up. We're going to find out right now
Oh, the
just to
pre-modern
make
one is
sure.
not. Uh, oops, not
Oh,
the
that's
one.
not going to work.
Huh?
Buffalo Chicken.
It is. Okay.
Uh,
I,
probably top deck. Hold on.
oh, no, it's right here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So the
yeah,
pre-modern one
that's the
is
one.
is not filled up yet.
16 seats remaining. So
Yes.
if you want to come battle against me, in Ohio instead of Oregon, where I'm from,
I
we can battle there.
was
Maybe in Ohio.
I was trying to find the pricing for that one.
Oh yeah, the pricing is
Oh, right here.
yeah, there it is. Yep.
So you get your name on the trophy. See the traders.
Not
Uh,
bad.
no.
Intuition for
Third and fourth
third
place.
and fourth. Wait, what does second get? No, second gets an intuition. Third and fourth get a
Oh, okay,
two
okay.
Tempest curse scroll.
Okay, 2 times Great Scroll. Okay. Fifth place
And
and
then
eighth
fifth
place
or
get
eighth get a tomb.
Ancient Tomb, and then ninth to 16 Powder Cake. Whoa.
That's not bad. Like those
No.
are really good, for Etsy.
This is this is like basically your entry fees, which is good, I think, for events nowadays. Yeah. But also see
Yeah.
the traders for first place. That's pretty good.
And your name on the chicken trophy. You can't beat that. That's
Man,
priceless.
I came close twice to get to that thing, and
I know you have.
I'm
I
just
know you
really upset
did.
that I can't go this again. Like it's
You did it playing Cradle. I love you for that.
I made the finals twice of those things, and I'm really I'm really upset that I didn't get my I'm sorry. Made the finals twice and lost in the semifinals once. So I came close to put my name on that chicken
Romario,
trophy.
you're going to get it someday. Unfortunately, it's not going to be this year because you're busy working, but
Yeah.
you're going to get it someday, buddy.
I'm really upset that I hold on, that's not a Sunday. Just because we
Yeah,
were
and
mentioning
then
the events.
Saturday Legacy. I'm
Yeah, but
already.
decided
Oh, it's
that one
already
has rich
closing.
capacity. Yeah, I saw the other day. Robert, who's a TO, he mentioned that
I'm so excited for that. No fantastic card, no problem, baby. We're cooking.
well, you get to play. Just go play Legacy on Sunday, please. Do that for me
No, I
instead of.
can't. I have to play pre-modern.
I'm sorry, Primata. Play Primata on Sunday for me. Yes, that's what I mean.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I've already
Okay.
signed up for the pre-modern bit. I'm already
Okay.
signed up. I'm not playing Legacy on
All right.
Sunday. I'm not.
I
I
really.
okay. I'm just gonna say it right now. We'll say it in public. I am so disenfranchised with Legacy comparatively to pre-modern, and like to this point, like I'm only playing this Legacy tournament as a formality to like hang out with friends. That is like really the reason I'm going.
Okay.
So
Makes sense. I mean, a lot of times I play Magic for that reason too, but yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think we covered all the events that we wanted to mention. Uh, Maybe Karen, let's not take too long to record the next one. Maybe we should contact Max. I think we took too long to
Yeah,
record.
let's get Max on. Let's try to get the recording in the next 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks,
Yeah.
versus
A month
2
and a half,
months.
2 months, whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
fault.
No, it's so good. It wasn't just you. It's the two of us that do this. So
Yeah. Sure. It's a
uh
collaborative effort to miss recording time for this long. So
yes.
I'm glad
Yeah,
we
that's
did
what
it
happened.
together.
Cool. So if people want to talk to you about some elves in all formats, apparently, where they can find you.
All of them, every single one of them. Discord, Testacular. That's the only place you'll find me. I mean, you could find me on Blue Sky. I'm probably not going to open that app though, and I am super not on X, so don't even try.
So Discord.
Discord, Testacular,
Or in the Portland
add me
area
as a
playing
friend.
music.
Yes, or yeah, come Jameson tunes. We'll be much more likely to talk if you do it that way. To be completely honest with you.
There you go.
But I'm being a hater. Romario, where can we reach you if we need to talk about meta decks like green red or like cracking your way into your next big event? How am I gonna win it, Romario? Where am I gonna reach you?
Oh man, you're gonna find me as Romario Vidal everywhere. Magic Online, Twitter. Oh, my Twitter's on Romario Neto. Romario Vidal on Blue Sky, Twitch, Discord,
Romario
Magical
gives
Line.
much more of a fuck about his online presence than I do. And there's another F word
Sort
for
of.
you too.
I'm more accessible, but I'm not. I don't have a lot of presence. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I did
But
mention that I had a.
you put a lot more effort into your content. Like you were releasing much
I
more
do.
often.
I definitely do more than you. Yes, for sure.
I used to do a lot, but I've been busy. So.
Yeah, I think not completely unrelated to this, and maybe stretching the episode a little too long, but I also started like another YouTube channel like for my business. I noticed there was like a lot of people that post like demo and junk removal type of videos. So I made a YouTube channel for my business, and it's mostly for fun. It probably has zero marketing incentives, but it's editing videos that only are like 30 seconds long, a minute long, is so much easier than editing like an entire Magic League. So it feels like a breeze. Like I just like upload them and like I add some little text and like some music in the background, and I ship it. And I kind of like to see the reactions that I get from people like on YouTube. So but yeah, so that's what kind of like I've been doing like now as a fun thing sometimes. So but yeah, all right. With all that being said, Curran, we'll talk next time some more pre-modern, and hopefully we'll have Max to joining us. He doesn't even know that he's going to be invited, but we're already talking like Max is going to be on the show.
We're already inviting him, and he'll say yes because he loves me and he loves you. So it'll be done super easily.
Cool.
We'll get it done. All right.
Solid app.
Until next time. Thanks for hanging out.